What's up, folks? David Soto Jr. here, and this is the David Soto Jr. podcast. What's up, folks? Welcome to episode 68 of the David Soto Jr. podcast. I'm your host, David Soto Jr. I've been trying to wait for this furnace to kick off. It's the air conditioner, but it's coming out of the furnace. The correct terminology would be air handling unit, blah, 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 whatever. But I'm tired of waiting. I have to record so I can do other stuff. Today I'm going to talk about... Oh, it just shut off. Perfect. Today I'm going to talk about my 9/11, where I was for 9/11. It's the 20th anniversary. Everybody's talking about it. Every channel was on it. Yesterday was 9/11, and so I know exactly where I was. I can see the person who told me. I don't know his name or remember his name. I was an instructor at Vatterott College here in St. Louis. I was in the middle of my morning session. I think we were on a break, classroom break, and somebody was checking their. Somebody had got notified over their three-way pager. And I remember this dude. I remember what he looks like. And he's just telling me, and I was like, what? And I don't know. He looked at his pager, said, yep, and he put it back in the clip. And I remember being not sure of what was going on. I don't know how I confirmed that information, though, because we didn't have smartphones. I guess I did have an office that had a computer in it. We were not on the internet as easy as it was today. So I don't remember how I confirmed that. But I did. We were under attack, it seemed. But after break was over, we resumed class. And I remember having my little Nokia cell phone, which for some reason my wife still knows the phone number to that phone. I think she used it for her Petco, or she used my Petco account all those years that we were apart. And so she gave that phone number. Anyways, I remember taking my phone and putting it on the chalkboard. It was a dry erase board, but the tray where you keep your markers and erasers, and I set it down there. And I had to tell the class, I'm like, if anybody else is in the National Guard, you can have your phone out. Nobody was. It was just me. And my phone never rang. Mine didn't. Friends of mine did. I just remember, and I've wanted to actually write about this, but what happened to that America, that United States? We bonded together. I took a piece of conduit, strapped it to my pickup truck. I had a little pickup truck, and had a U.S. flag and zip tied the flag to it and drove around with the flag on there everywhere I went. until it tethered. At that time in our history, none of this bullshit that we experience now mattered. We were all ready to fight back, to defend ourselves, to defend our country. We were all people enlisted in the military because of that day. I remember seeing a clip of a street vendor in New York who was selling, giving away hot dogs. He wasn't just, specifically he said, if you got money, if you can pay, you can pay. If not, we're not worrying about it. We're just here to feed you. And man, that was a news clip that I saw 20 years ago. And it stuck in my head. Because that attack brought us together as a tribe. Which is what we deep down all want to be a part of as a tribe. Excuse me. I've talked about, I'm sure I've talked about how we, when we're in a situation where we have to work with somebody, when we're in some type of team, like whether it's the military or whether it's football. When you're out there on the field or in the field and the guy next to you is your brother or sister, it doesn't matter what their social status is. It doesn't matter what color they are, what their religion is. It doesn't matter if you like them. It doesn't matter if you would ever hang out with them off the field, off the battlefield, the football field. When you are with them in this situation, they are your brother, they are your sister, and you would defend them, support them, and take care of them no matter what. It's instinctual. There are guys that I played football with in high school that I've never said a word to off the field. But on the field, I'm like picking them up off the ground. I'm supporting them. I'm blocking for them. I'm helping them. I'm doing whatever I can. Because in that time, it just doesn't matter. That person is on my team, and I'm here to do anything I can to support him. Same thing in the military. That is being in a tribe. That's what it feels like to be in a tribe. 20 years ago, this entire country was one tribe. And we stood together. And we supported each other in all lines that were blurred. Political, race, socioeconomic status. We all supported each other. That's what I remember. That's what I miss. I felt like this is what it must be like. This is what it must have been like to be alive during World War II. When the country bonded together to fight an enemy. But why hasn't this continue? Well, why didn't it continue? Everything fades away, right? But what people don't understand is Now, with the coronavirus, is the realest enemy that we have. Unlike the war on drugs or terror, there is no identifiable enemy that is against us. Right now, other than the coronavirus, and we're not bonding together. Why are our lines so drawn? Why aren't we like September 12th, 2001? I don't know. I don't have much of a 9/11 story. That's where I was. Those are my memories of a country united. And I just wonder what happened. Anyways, folks, we'll make this one short. I'll be back on. I have some more vaccine stuff I want to talk about. And of course, I'm continuing with the story of us, you know who, and I, and my story. It's interesting, I think. And maybe I'll get it transcripted. Maybe this is a good way for me to get the story on paper or on computer, typed out. So, anyways, folks, that's it. I appreciate you tuning in. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at David E. Soto Jr. Thank you.